David, the Red Sea is a development the size of Belgium.
I don't think I've seen that delivered anywhere else in the world.
So you're certainly doing things in a different way at the Red Sea Development Company.
And he's a real driving force within that project, but we're doing something that is world class.
Hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Industry Spectrum Home Edition. My guest today is David Glennon, Director of Digital Delivery at the Red Sea Development Company. Hello David, and thank you for being here. David, the Red Sea is a development the size of Belgium. Help me understand the scope. What goes in a project of that size?
We are developing a sort of hyper luxury tourism destination, and it's on the west coast of Saudi Arabia. I think it's 90 islands. We are for the end of 2022, so that's our end of our phase one. We're going to have a number of those islands developed with hotels. We've got a couple of inland sites, one on dunes, one on a mountain, and as well as an absolutely stunning airport. It's the size of Belgium, the site, so that brings its own challenges.
I really look forward to visiting the site. Can you maybe speak about some of those challenges that you've mentioned, and I'm sure they brought by the massive scale that you were talking about?
So if you think about working internationally, we're already working with a very distributed team, which brings different working hours, different working week, that they observe different weekends. But that's absolutely necessary to bring some of the best minds, some of the best talent around the world to focus in on this unique project. But as well as those challenges, it also gives us some great opportunities as well. So one of the ways that we've been able to harness the benefits from those opportunities and through the use of technology is we've implemented Autodesk BIM 360, and I think the rate at which we implemented that was fantastic. So I think over the course of 90 days we set up 13 projects within BIM 360, and then the following 90 days we set up 26. So the idea that you're able to set up a platform as well as get the workflows, the processes, starting from scratch, and then at the same time bring on your supply chain. So not only train our staff, but work with our consultants and contractors internationally and get them up to speed to use the tool. I don't think I've seen that delivered anywhere else in the world. The Red Sea digital delivery strategy, it comes in three parts. So we have our project-centric focus, which is getting our foundations right, allowing us to collaborate. We're moving now heavily into that data centricity. So this is really starting to get value from that data, enables us to make quicker but better quality decisions. And probably more importantly for us at the moment is automation. One example of that has been just on one of our projects. We were able to, in one review process, remove, it was about 1,200 hours worth of effort just by bringing some automation and looking at the data. And when you multiply that out over projects or program on this scale, you've got some significant savings there, or significant efficiencies. And the third stream, as part of our digital delivery sort of maturity or strategy, is customer-centric. And this is where we're starting to create our digital twin, and that will then enable us to work with our smart destination team and provide a better customer experience through the work that we're doing right now.
So you're certainly doing things in a different way at the Red Sea Development Company. What is the one differentiator that you attribute that innovation to?
So in order to deliver this sort of super ambitious project within the timescales that we want to, and hit and realise the quality that we want, we can't rely on traditional ways of working. It simply won't work. So our CEO clearly believes that working in a digital way is how we're going to deliver this project, and he's a real driving force within that project. His commitment is infectious, and that then gets filtered down through the projects and down through the supply chain.
And apart from your role in establishing a diverse tourism sector in the kingdom, how will the Red Sea Development Company contribute to the kingdom's Vision 2030?
One of the elements that I'm certainly most proud of is that my very first BIM manager was a Saudi national, and that was at a time when there weren't many BIM managers in the kingdom, and he's been bolstered by some of the best talent in this region who have delivered projects of this scale around the world. We're also creating new roles. So one of the key parts of digital delivery is information management, and we're we're sort of transforming some of the more traditional roles certainly within my team, and turn them like ready for the digital age. So that's sort of really focusing on the people piece. But there's lots of opportunities. This way of digital working is helping us to enable things like those modern methods of construction. So prefabrication, modular work. So that will have an impact on the manufacturing sector here. It's the same if you look at the massive sustainability drivers within the project here as well. Again, it's going to help drive that market. But certainly from a digital perspective, we're doing something that is world class, and I know I'm just convinced that we're going to leave a sort of like digital capability legacy here. The bit that I get excited about is we're going to see what impact some of the things that we're doing is going to have on that customer experience. So in future projects or future phases or future developments, we're going to be able to see what's worked and what hasn't worked from a customer experience perspective, and then use that to drive some of our future designs. And again, so having that full sort of life cycle view is often seems so rare.
David, really valuable insight. Thank you for sharing it. Stay safe, everyone. I'll see you in the next episode of Industry Spectrum Home Edition.